Ex-Manchester United keeper Ben Amos is looking for his 11th club since exiting Old Trafford. The former England under-21 star, 34, is one of 5 players released by mid-table League One side Wigan.
Amos once admitted life at Old Trafford was like living in a bubble. But after 6 loan spells and then leaving United for good in 2015, his career has hit a bobble, joining other ex-Red Devils in suddenly being unemployed. Amos played only 7 games for First Club United, all under legendary boss Alex Ferguson.
His only Premier League match was a 2-0 home win over Stoke in January 2012, when he had just 1 save to make. Read more on Man Utd Mounting problems. Mount suffers another very unlucky injury, reveals, but 3 aces return Golden Boot. Premier League top scorer betting odds. Who will win the Golden Boot? A Champions League clash and 5 League Cup ties completed his haul of appearances for the Red Devils.
But Fergie's first 2 successes, David Moyes and Louis van Gaal, never gave him a senior chance. And Amos joined his 6th loan club, Bolton, in a permanent deal in 2015. Peterborough, Norwegian side Molde, Oldham, Hull, Carlisle had been his other temporary ports of call.
Most read in EFL time to leave. Katie Price kicked out of Mucky Mansion, as Shush served with eviction notice. Pedo Miss Boy called teacher a nonce when he tried to end fling after she had his baby TV break. Jay Blades cuts ties with the repair shop, as he steps back from BBC show Strictly Tour. Meghan Harry dance with kids before Duchess praises him for telling truth. Best free bet sign-up offers for UK bookmakers. And while at Bolton, he had 3 more loan stints, with Cardiff, Charlton and Millwall. The Addicts handed Amos a 2-year contract in 2019. Watch never-before-seen Premier League ref cam footage of Crystal Palace's 4-0 demolition of Man United, and when he switched to Wigan 2 years later, he penned the same arrangement.
Now, having stayed an extra 12 months, the former hot prospect is one of hundreds of lower league players out of work this summer. Perhaps it would be the perfect time for him to recall his positive reflections on departing Old Trafford, as exclusively told to The Sun 5 years later in November 2020.
He said, "The big thing I've learned since leaving is there's a world outside Man United. It's not necessarily better or worse. Places are just run differently. It's part and parcel of growing up."
Sun Sports verdict on Man United flop. Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos have a busy summer ahead to get Man Utd squad in order for next season. Below, Sun Sport gives it verdict on how they should deal with the Red Devils' flops this summer.
Andre Onana. Stay. After a dodgy start at Old Trafford, Onana has proven to be one of the more reliable members of the squad this season, despite being peppered with shots constantly. Altay Bayındır. Go. Reports in February suggested Bayındır was unhappy with his bit-part role at Man United amid interest from Turkish giants Galatasaray.
If profit can be made on a sale, then it should be done. Tom Heaton, stay. Veteran goalkeeper Heaton, 38, is a reliable backup and is on a relatively small wage at the club. So long as he is happy, it makes sense to keep him. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, go. Wan-Bissaka, 26, has never managed to make the right back position his own.
With his contract up in 2025, it makes sense to cash in now. Diogo Dalot, stay. Dalot, 26, has been one of Man Utd's most consistent performers this season. Raphael Varane, go. If it wasn't for his injury record, there would be a strong shout to keep Varane, but costs need to be cut to allow the squad to be freshened up.
Harry Maguire, go. Maguire has showed he has the right character to be at Man United, but overall ability and desired profile are another matter, with Maguire too slow to play in a high-line defence. Lisandro Martinez, stay. Martinez, 26, is second to none in terms of build-up play.
He needs a long-term defensive partner on the right side and to cut out the injuries which have plagued him this season. Johnny Evans, go. Veteran campaigner Evans could easily be on the stay list if he was only going to be a bit part player.
But he has shown his advanced years at times this season. Victor Lindelof, go. Lindelof, 29, has been reliable if not unremarkable in his Man United career. He has 1 year left on his contract, so should be moved on if a decent transfer fee can be got for him.
Willy Kambwala, stay. He should be given the opportunity to mature for a few years behind a senior CB pairing before stepping into the first team as a starter or being moved on. Luke Shaw, go. One of the Premier League's best left-backs when fit, Shaw has been a good servant when available.
But alas, that has been his Achilles heel once again this season. Terrell Malaysia, stay. Malaysia, 24, was decent enough to earn some merit in his first season at Man United before injury ended his season and inadvertently led to his second season being a write-off. Sofiane Amrabat, go. Amrabat, 27, looked like a world beater at the Qatar World Cup with Morocco.
But H has had an underwhelming season in England and his loan spell will almost certainly not be made permanent. Casemiro, go. An alarming physical decline has seen him turn from key star to burden.
If a club is willing to buy the 32-year-old, who has 2 more years on his contract, then United should snatch their hand off. Christian Eriksen, go. Eriksen proved a useful asset and Ineos should look to bring in another player with similar traits, but frankly his legs have looked gone towards the end of this season.
Kobbie Mainoo, stay. The first of the so-called untouchables, Mainoo has been a rare glimmer of hope in the Red Devils' midfield this season. Mason Mount, stay. Mount can be given the benefit of the doubt until summer 2025 at least after a debut season riddled with injury.
Scott McTominay, stay. McTominay, 27, has proven himself to be a brilliant plan B off the bench this season, and that is exactly why Ineos should look to keep him. Bruno Fernandes, stay. Man Utd's best player since his arrival just over 4 years ago, Fernandes, 29, remains second to none when it comes to creating chances, while his tenacity boosts those around him.
Antony, go. There's a case to argue that Antony may be the worst pound-for-pound signing in Premier League history. Despite some memorable moments, he simply isn't Man United quality. Anthony Martial, go. Ultimately, Martial needs to be let go when his deal runs out this summer after an appalling injury record of late.
Marcus Rashford, stay. As easy as it would be to say Rashford should leave the club this summer, it is difficult to look at the market and find many available players capable of scoring 30 goals a season. Alejandro Garnacho, stay. Another third of the Untouchables trio, Garnacho has made the right wing his own since coming into it.
H is a raw talent but has shown he has the quality to improve. Rasmus Højlund, stay. A slow burner in his first Man United season, the 21-year-old has often been starved of supply, which has led to him being unable to get the goals his movement and unselfish play often merits. Amad Diallo, stay. In the fleeting moments he has been on the pitch for Man United this season, Diallo has looked dangerous and exciting.
He should be given a chance to flourish with some proper chances in the first team across a whole season.